Right, we back. This is Off the Hill Podcast. I'm your very, very humbled and blessed host, Charlie Rowe. I appreciate y'all for coming back again to come fuck with me. This is episode number 2. And on this podcast, we living and learning from my experiences. We speaking about personal lessons, goals, uncommon and common sense talk with life perspectives, black business, black entrepreneurship. You know, I'm a big supporter of that. And whatever else is going on that, you know what I'm saying, I can speak my mind about. So I appreciate y'all coming to fuck with me. Thanks to Victory Entertainment and No Fucks Given Society. So we here now. Salute.
His, hers, not ours. Real nigga out of brown. Side nigga superpower. He young nigga get home in an hour, but he don't know he got devoured. Pop the perk and fuck for hours. And you ain't gotta give me my flowers.
Hey, how my closet turn into his and hers. Got one on my waist, got one in the purse. But he did it dirty, so she did him worse. She took off her top, fucked in the vert. Here's what we about to do. Finna book a room at the Fountain Blue. She a fountain too. That nigga running you dry, he ain't got the juice. You got a nut to gain, what you got to lose? You had enough of pain, guess you fuck with pain. Gave you the dopest dick, stuck it right up your brain. I done fucked up your brain. Don't get on my case, don't get in my face. You supposed to sit on my face. One finger in the L for side, niggas. We just tryna fucking vibe with you. Pop a bottle and get high with you. But a bitch you never catch me out with you, no.
His, hers, not ours. Real nigga out of brown. Side nigga superpower. He young nigga get home in an hour, but he don't know he got the flowers. Love the break and fuck the hours. You ain't gotta give me my
Just like this. All right. That's right. Second episode. That was Ridiculous Row featuring Willie Oz, Side Nigga Hours. Both artists are super dope. As you know that I'm going to continue to feature upcoming artists making noise, artists shaking the ground, doing their thing. So once again, salute, round of applause to them. We're going to get this thing started. All right, so before I get into it, like I always say before, I support black business 1000%. And forgive me if I mess up the name of this, right? But Pannin was established in 2019, originated from South Florida. So they have super, super dope fashion and a whole line of different products, including fashion and clothing. So DM them for all their things on Instagram. That's PANIN _2. That's Pannin _2. Follow them on IG. Check out their merchandise. Website coming soon. Salute to my homie Patterson and his whole team. Alright, so let's get into it. I remember watching the video with Bun B some time ago where he was speaking about, you know, his generation and just how the mindset of his generation would be when he was a kid growing up, which is kind of the same mindset I have, you know, of you used to see something on TV and you used to say to yourself, I want to be that when I grow up, right? You want to aspire to that. You know that one day you'll be able to work hard enough to try and achieve the things that you see. The difference is the generation now will see the same things on TV and just say to themselves, I want that right now, without realizing that time has to go into it, right? And that kind of brought me to what I want to talk about right now. And as far as like, you know, this is something that I heard a while ago from Bishop T.D. Jakes in a message. And then I kept on hearing it from some of my older OGs who, you know, would instill game in me when I was a little bit younger. And it's exactly the same thing. It's the exact same thing that I tried to teach or tell my young homies when I talk to them, or even people my age who are at a certain place where they want the promise before they go through the process. And we have to understand something. We all have to understand something. We can't have that. Like, listen, man, let me tell you something right now, right? Me personally, I don't want microwave results. I don't want microwave results for shit. I want mine cooked over the stove, because that's where those things that are there really feed your soul and gives you what you need to really be successful. And you can't want things just to come to you like that without really having to work for it, really having to and spend time and be patient and go through the process before God is able to give you that promise that he got for you. Like God instills greatness in every single one of us. But if we lazy, if we want the shortcut, if we don't want to learn through the process, not only to better ourselves, but to better our hustle, to grow and build in the right way, then that thing that he gives to each and every single one of us, that greatness that he puts in each and every single one of us, ain't never gonna come out. It ain't never gonna shine like how it's supposed to shine. And that's some of the conversations I've been having lately. Because listen, man, along this path that we all on, we have to understand and realize that, everything can't be given and handed to us, right? We have to get to a place of understanding that going through that process ain't gonna be easy. That shit ain't gonna be pretty. And it's not gonna be something that, most of us are gonna be able to make it through. We might actually start going through a process and fail a bunch of times. But that's when character also comes in, because how much of that promise that we know we're supposed to get do we want? And throughout the process of trying to get to that, we might get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? We might get bumped off our square. We might get fucked up. We might get, twisted around, spun backwards. We might lose some of the things that we invested our time and money into to get to where we want to get to. But understanding that it is something that is not going to be easy will allow us to continue to get back up every single time to get to where we're trying to get to. And it's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not simple. I mean, it's definitely not simple when I go back to the point, as far as like, especially when you're trying to create something, you're trying to have your own. It's not as simple as most people might think it may be, but we have to strengthen our mindset. Once again, just like I talked about in the first episode, our mindset has to be that of hard work, not being lazy, not wanting shit handed to us. We got to make sure that we're able to go through the process. Because I'm telling you right now, man, in whatever you want to do, and whatever you're trying to accomplish and achieve, God has that promise waiting there for you. And don't let nobody try to discourage you from it. Or don't let nobody try to keep you away from it. Because like I said before, you're going to have obstacles you're going to have to face. And it's going to be tough. And you're going to want to give up. But if you truly want to get to what you know God has promised you, then you'll go through that process. And you'll go through the hardships. And you'll have to climb over mountains and climb over walls and break down barriers and hills. And change is not an event. It's a journey. Right? It's not an event. It's a journey. And we have to understand that things that we really want to achieve, the things that we want to accomplish for ourselves, for our family, just allowing us to feel better about ourselves as individuals, then we're going to have to understand that process is going to be a grueling one. And forgive me if I sound repetitive and I'm talking shit or whatever like that. Like, this is not it's not an inspirational podcast in the sense of me just trying to motivate you, because I'm going through my process right now myself. You know what I'm saying? I've had my pitfalls, and I've gone through my pitfalls, and I've been knocked off my square, and I'm going through my own journey too. So to all the people out there that feel like they ain't got nothing left, when you wake up every single day, you blessed. When you're able to get up and breathe air and be able to walk and have life, you bless. And that blessing comes in the form of another day. You're able to go out there and get it again. You know what I'm saying? The marathon, like Nipsey Hussle would say, continues. It's not a quick race. It's a marathon. It's something you have to train for. You got to work for. And if you want to finish the marathon, everyone that's ever ran a marathon before know that that's something that you have to work towards and train for. And that task is not going to be easy, and it's going to be grueling. But understand that with patience and with perseverance, you'll be able to go through the process. I mean, along the way, it's going to be hard, but you'll be able to, you'll be able to do exactly what you want to do and get to that promise that God got you to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And that's just pretty much it. That's kind of where the conversations that I've been having with a lot of people that's kind of the end result of those conversations. And, people may not always feel the way I feel or see things the way I see it, but at the end of the day, like, it's a fact that you can't have that promise without the process. And people that do get to something but are actually working for it, typically those people lose it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bring forth it doesn't bring forth more things, right? When you get that fast money, like, for example, when I was getting fast money back in the day, that fast money ain't last. No matter how much good I was trying to do with it, that shit ain't last. And for anyone that's really been on that other side or really been able to see things like that or know what I'm talking about, or just understand, like, when you get stuff handed to you and when things are given to you, typically it's cool to get in the moment, but it don't last very long. Shit falls apart, burns to ashes, and that's it. There is no longevity period for you to have something like that and for it to be sustainable and to continue to grow and to build and keep on going. Something that you could pass on to your kids is not something that you get easily, or pass on to your family if you don't have any kids. It doesn't last. And that's pretty much what the basic point I was trying to reach in when it came to that is. All right, we gonna take a quick break. We're gonna fall back into some other shit. All right, so there's something that I forgot to really mention last time I was on here, right? So the first episode came out in February, and I didn't really get a chance to really highlight anything for Black History Month. I kind of have my feelings about Black History Month because I feel like we don't just need 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's Black history going on every single day, and even from the times of slavery and our ancestors, there was Black history being created every single day. The fact we get a little quick month is only acknowledged in the world in a month, when I feel like it should be acknowledged all the time, right? But right now, when this episode comes out, we're going to be in the month of March. And March is Women's History Month. And I just want to take this time to really highlight the women, especially the Black women, that is out there creating and building history that is going to benefit or has been able to benefit us right now. So LaTosha Brown is the co-founder of the voting rights group Black Voters Matter, BVM, which has been noted for its work on the 2017 U.S. Senate special election in Alabama and its influence during the 2020-21 Georgia state elections. The Voting Rights and the Committee Empowerment Organization strives to increase power in our communities by focusing on voting registration or voter registration, independent election-related expenditures, and organizational development and training for for other grassroots groups. I'm sorry if I'm messing all that up right now, but we just want to say blessings, love, and appreciation for LaTosha Brown, who is out there hitting the pavement, creating change. And in the month of March, which is Women's History Month, we want to salute and give a round of applause to her. LaTosha Brown. If you don't know who she is, go look her up. And yeah, man, she definitely deserves our thanks for being able to put together something that important, because that definitely is important. We need to really be able to understand more of what we could do locally in our communities, local elections, hold these representatives accountable for the shit that they promise that they're going to do but really don't do. You know, and I believe in local elections way more than I believe in any other kind of election, the presidential election or whatever. Local elections is what I definitely focus on, because it's a way for us to really make change in our communities. So salute to Latasha Brown once again. If you are still listening to this podcast, I appreciate y'all 1,000%. All right, so the next thing I want to get into real quick is, like I said before, me being big on entrepreneurship, seeing a lot of entrepreneurs like myself coming into a place of getting to where they want their business to get to, right? And I realized something, right? In the grand scheme of with a lot of entrepreneurs, in my opinion, a lot of entrepreneurs fall short because they're concerned about the way they're doing things and following the rules. Guess what though? One thing I've learned is that entrepreneurs, stop fucking following rules. You're carving your own path and making your own way for yourself. You doing things that are not the same as everybody else. You ain't trying to punch no clock. You're not trying to do what I would maybe say society wants you to do, which is confined to just being able to say, okay, well, I go to work, get a paycheck, come home. Too many times I feel like, even for myself, we get to this place of allowing our situation and allowing what the world perceives as success to control what we're trying to build as independent creators, independent thinkers. And I've come to a point to realize, looking myself in the mirror and realizing that I have to stop that shit. We all have to stop that shit. And that's the reason why I kind of felt like it was kind of important for me to talk about that real quick. Like, we got to break the mold. We got to do things different. We have to be the change that we want our kids to see. We have to be the change we want others to see, because when we are successful in the way that we're carving our own path, and then other people will find it in themselves to have the courage enough to do the exact same thing. It starts with one person, right? You may have somebody else you're looking up to and in their entrepreneurship endeavors, and you want them to not follow the rules because that's going to inspire you to do the same exact thing. And we have to get to that place of realizing that we are strong when we're able to break rules and not fall into the norm. And when you are developing and building something for yourself, then you can't have that fear mindset to say like, oh, well, I got to follow this, and if I don't do this way, it's not going to work out or whatever. Nah, man, you gotta break all rules, and you gotta follow what you know is right for you to do and it's going to make it work for you. And I ain't talking about breaking rules like as if I'm talking about breaking the law. But hey, even if you gotta do that, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about don't accept what's given to you. Create what you know you deserve and what belongs to you. At the end of the day, it's back to the mindset shit. Can't have something if your mindset ain't right enough to say that you're going to be strong enough to have it for yourself, right? You speak things into existence. You carve out plans in your mind, and you allow only positive shit to enter you, and you and you stay away, or you beat the fuck up negative thoughts, right? You may try something over and over and over again until you finally get it. But once again, back to what I was saying before, it comes down to you not giving up and understanding that you have to carve your own lane. You got to carve your own path. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z said in the rhyme one time, I came to the fork in the road and chose to go straight. Or something along those lines. And we have to do the same thing when it comes to us entering into a new place of wanting to be creators and have our own businesses and eventually really becoming a boss. Everybody ain't no damn boss. Listen, if you ain't got no damn employees, you ain't a boss. But if you stick with it, go through the process and create your own business in whatever you're trying to do. And it just takes hard work, perseverance, determination, discipline to get it out. Your greatest dream shouldn't happen when you were asleep. Shouldn't happen when you're sleeping. So that's food for thought for anyone who has something they're really trying to do. Just go out there and do it. Your greatest dream should not happen when you asleep. So when you up, when you awake, when God gives you life and breath in your lungs, you should get to it. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me once again. Thank y'all. Salute to y'all. Once again, support black business. Pannin_2 on IG, right? Go on there. They can communicate with you to get whatever orders out. They got some dope ass merchandise. Salute to my man Patterson and his whole team. All these people are great creative individuals. Great photography work. But the clothes are dope. Everything they got on there is dope. So go to PANIN_2. Check out the merchandise. Also, again, salute to my homie Dutch, my brother, my ace, the Lawless Brand .bigcartel.com, the Lawless Brand .bigcartel.com. That's Lawless Clothing. Check out the merchandise on there as well. Go to his IG page, the Lawless Brand, and check out the merchandise he has on there as well. Support black business. He got a lot more new dope stuff coming out. And I can't wait to see where that begins to go when we go into 2022. Shout out to all the women for Women's History Month this month, but especially our black women. We highlighted Latasha Brown for her work for BVM, the Black Voters Matter. She was able to co-found it, and she's doing amazing things. We're going to highlight more of that coming up soon. Once again, thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Salute. This is the Off the Hill Podcast. I am your very humbled host, Charlie Rowe. And I'm out. Love is love, y'all.
Supposed to sit on my face, one finger in the emphasize, niggas. We just tryna fucking vibe with you. Pop a bottle and get high with you, but a bitch you never catch me out with you, no.
His, hers, not ours. Real nigga out of brown. Side nigga superpowers. He only can get home in an hour, but he don't know you got devoured. Pop the perk and fuck for hours. You ain't gotta give me your motherfucker.